Hello and welcome to this video. We're going to do rankings for the LPL teams going into this season based on my opinion, not necessarily based on stats. I mean, stats did play a role in the preview video series, but I'm going to just kind of go off of my take and how I think teams will look at the end of the year, not necessarily how they look now. And especially during winter split, we're in Fearless Draft, and as I've said a few times, and if you're new to the channel, this will be the first time, uh, Fearless isn't part of the world's format right now. So if it's not, then frankly, winter is glorified scrims to me, um, you know, to consider as far as how teams are going to look in September, October, and November. So we're going to start, and I may change these towards the end. Who knows? I'm going to go backwards here. So we're going to start with Webo, Breathe, Tien, Xiaohu, Light, and Hung. That's a solid team. That's a team that I could see going to regional finals for sure. I think that they have, upper half players in every role. So I'm going to put them under good based on this. We're going to see how they all intermix and intertwine amongst each other and figure it out. So Webo are there. We got Ultra Prime. Ultra Prime have a player that's only played 1 year in PCS in top lane. Jungler is... Oh, shoot. Oh, Zhan Hao. In mid, we have Saber. Then we got Wako and the Sports Rose. Yeah, this team isn't bad. This team stinks. Wako, I don't know why. Well, maybe he didn't have a job. I mean, theoretically, PCS went from 8 teams down to 2. And Wako, is worse than Betty and Doggo as far as players that could play in the PCS are concerned. So with that in mind, Wako kind of just had to take a job, and in part he took. Oh, I need blue still. That he did what he had to do. I wouldn't say it's a great spot to be in, but he's getting paid. Thunder Talk, Hoya, Beshwan, Saytab, 1XN, and Feather. I would like that bot lane duo to improve this season, certainly. But I also have to think about, okay, Beshwan's solid, but Hoya and Saytab, how's it going to look? How's Saytab going to fare? So with that in mind, I'm going to keep them below average. I think this team could get to the average group by, maybe there is a case for them to be average. No, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. That team may end up moving. Let's see. Topsy Sports. We've got Cream, 369, Kanavi, Jackie Love Crisp. This is a great team in my opinion. This team has top 5 players in every role. So with that in mind, I'm putting them in great. I think that they're a lock to get to Worlds. It's represented in my power rankings as well. Team Wii, you've got Taeyoon. You've got Karis. Okay, 2 Korean imports. We have Cuban top lane, Tianjin, and Vampire. Now, this team I would not consider bad. I would consider it below average. You have 2 Korean imports, like Thunder Talk. And I imagine, even though Taeyoon could not keep a job in the LCK, we see how often do you see a Korean import go to the LPL and just completely flame out and be the worst player in his role? You don't see that very often. I don't think Taeyoon will be that. And Karis, we'll see what happens. Honestly, I think he's just been on bad teams his whole career and never really had much of an opportunity to succeed. And that's unfortunate for him. He's kind of condemned based on that. OMG, we have Harry, Hang in the jungle role. We got Lin Fang, which is tough mid situation. That's pretty bad. Starry and Moham. So this team, Starry is very good, but in the end, I have this team in bad. I don't know if there's enough firepower on that team. I really don't think so. RNG, we've got rookie bot lane duo, I'm pretty sure, right? I think J-Key and, or is that FPX? FPX is about RNG. I know it's oh shoot. RNG. They've got Milky Way, Tangwan. I think it's Jackie because Bat plays for FPX with Jue. It's Jackie and Lele for RNG. And the jungler is who? Oh, it's Milky Way. Top laner. It's not Juice. Might be Juice. Oh, Zhaozhu. RNG are below average. I don't think they're the worst team. I understand Tangwan's considered bad, but now we got Lin Fang going, and who knows, Saber may not be ready for the moment. Tangwan is not the worst mid going into the season in the LPL. That team could theoretically get better over time, just like Thundershock OMG. We have young players with potential, but Milky Way in and of itself could carry this team to here because we saw how good Milky Way was last season. So that is a thing to consider. People, I think, are overlooking that. Next is Nip. Nip bring in Duanby. They've got Shanji. They've got Leave and PP God. I still think they're a step below because of Aki. Aki is a problem. I think you make a change. You bring in Lan. I say it every time I'm talking about this damn team. I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. Bring back Lan. Find a jungler. Krako. Does Nip... Krako. There you go. Done. Put Krako in that team. Put Krako in instead of Aki, please. Now that team goes to good. And it's not to say Krako is like a world beater or anything, but he certainly is better than Aki. I mean, what are we doing? There we go. I just solved it. Just solved Nip's problem. You don't even have to try and bring Lan back. LNG. You've got Fodic. You've got Zhuo in the bot lane duo. You've got Hai Chao in mid. Zika and Weiwei. Now, who's shot calling for this team? From what I believe, Scout was shot calling for this team last year. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was Hung. So, with this in mind, because I think in 2023 it was Scout when Tarzan was on the team. It's a situation where now you've got Zika, who's a very, very good top laner, like outright, like top 5 to 7 in the world. But then you've got Weiwei, who leaves a lot to be desired. Hai Chao Fodic. I'm going LNG in the average group. See what they do. Hai Chao certainly looked very good when he had Meteor alongside him, but he doesn't anymore. Speaking of Meteor, LGD. If Meteor is in the lineup, I would say that they could be below average. But otherwise, this team stinks. LGD is pretty bad. Honestly, they may very well be worse than Ultra Prime. Shawi at 80 carry. Support, honest to God. Oh, yeah, they've got randoms. They've got that YCX at support. They've got XQW in mid. Jungler is Climber or Meteor. And then in top lane is Sassy. Yes, this team right now is bad. Yeah, they did well in LDL, Fearless all season long. I don't know what they played in the grand finals. If they played regular, then great. If they played Fearless, they're staying bad because they have to prove it at this level. As far as I'm concerned, if you're running a 5-man roster of LDL players, this is definitely a prove it situation to me. And if I'm wrong, I'm fine with that because I never have seen any of these guys play except Shawi. XQW we did see. XQW and Climber a little bit earlier on in his career. JDG, pays him missing. Obviously a very, very good bot lane duo. You've got Scout, Shun, and Ale. So this team is in the good category. They could certainly go to Worlds. They'll be fighting for a regional final spot for sure. For sure. They'll be, World spot. Pays and Missing have the chance to be the best bot lane duo in the world. I said it in my last video. I think that it's entirely possible. IG, I'm putting in the good category. We got to see how the Shy comes back. If he's inting his face off in, it depends what version of the Shy we get. That's what it is. And everybody that's a fan of this team, hyping this team up, knows that's what it all depends on. What version of the Shy do you get? That's the difference between great and good, is that. He is like the most coin flippy player in his role, actually in the LPL in general. So Jackie Love int sometimes, not like the Shy does. Not like the Shy does. The Shy is a massive coin flipper in the top lane, and you could get a 10 out of 10, and you could get a 2 out of 10. The ceiling and floor could not be, you're like in a cathedral with how big of a difference that damn ceiling and floor is. FPX, they added Shadow, they've got Care, top lane is Sheer, bot lane is Bat and Zhui. This team is... I'm going in bad. I think that this team is a step below those as well. Care's going to have to get better. He's 21 years old or something now. The age video will come out probably tomorrow. Excuse me. So that's the thing. Sheer, we'll see how he does over a full season. And Shadow returning after not playing last year. But bot lane duo are both rookies. I don't know. When I think of them and I compare them to RNG, Milky Way is the difference. That Milky Way is just that much better than what FPX has, is why RNG are above them, even though they both have 2 rookie bot lane duos. EDG, we have Angels, EDZ, Zhao Hao, Asum, and Wink. They're in the average category. I think EDG have a solid team. I think that what puts them above a team like Thunder Talk is the stability you get from Angel and mid to pair with Zhao Hao. Those two together could be a great combination. Zhao Hao goes a little higher resource, can try and carry games, and Angel can play that low resource role that's very efficient and plays at a high level doing it. ZDZ, you got to play, man. You can't interface off. Like, let's go. Let's get it going. And Asum's in a situation a better situation than he's ever been in, honestly. So, I have EDG there, an average team. BLG I have in great. I think that goes without saying. This team is great. It's a great team. It's a great team. I know, some don't like that I didn't have them first in my power rankings, but, I want to see them go back to Way and see how it goes, but still, by the end of the year, they're going to be fine. They're going to be at Worlds. They're going to be contending for championships. Once again, that's what we all expect. Anyone's Legend, they're going in good. We've got a situation where we have Flandre in top lane and Tarzan and Shanks, Hope, and Cal. I mean, this team is certainly capable of going to Worlds and being in regional finals. And hell, I expect these 6 teams to be the ones, right? That's pretty much what I've said. We've got the 6 teams, then we got 2 of these 3 make playoffs. Right? Yeah, and then the rest. So, yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.